The best team in the NBA just continues to roll over their opponents. And listen, man, I mean, I know it's early, but I'm looking at the standings, and I don't see any team that the Philadelphia Sixers should be scared of. This episode of Run It Back is brought to you by the Run It Back Teespring store. Click the link in the description, get all the Run It Back merch, and use the code RUNBY20 for 20% off. And what better time to put out the Maxey's Taxi t-shirt than last night? It was Maxey land last night, and we're going to talk all about that. Also, I love sports talk, and I love coffee. I give you sports talk every single day. If you would like to show your appreciation, I got an empty coffee cup right here. You can show your appreciation by buying me a coffee. buymeacoffee.com/runitback. I just got done going through virtual schooling with my 5-year-old. It is an absolute headache disaster. There's not enough coffee in the world to get me through. Buymeacoffee.com/runitback. The Sixers pound the Charlotte, I almost said New Orleans Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets once again. There's not much to talk about when it comes to this game. The Hornets aren't any good. I wanted the Hornets to be good. You know, I really did. Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, LaMelo Ball coming out, the number 3 pick in the draft. I know last episode I said he was a number 1 pick in the draft. I just didn't really remember much from that draft because it stunk aside from Tyrese, Maxey. But LaMelo Ball, the 3rd pick in the draft. I really wanted the Hornets to be good. And even in this game, they look like they played good defense at times on the perimeter as we're swinging the ball around the perimeter and double-teaming Joel Embiid, and especially in that second quarter when we went down, I think almost 10 points, it got a little bit scary for a second, and we were like, yo, are the Hornets actually about to beat up on us right now, or are we going to get it together? Turns out we got it together. Turns out the Hornets just aren't that good. They just, I mean, they have Terry Rozier. They overpaid Gordon Hayward, and that's basically about it, aside from drafting LaMelo Ball, but he's 19 years old. It's not a good team. Terry Rozier dropped 35 on us last game. This game, we held him to 12 points. So, as you might guess, with all of those things considered and the way the Sixers are rolling right now, it was a blowout. We were up by 27 in the 4th when we emptied our bench. It is what it is. And I know what the haters are saying. The haters are saying, well, the Sixers haven't played anybody good yet. They haven't played anybody good yet. And I get that. But you got to look at the way that we're winning these games. You understand what I'm saying? Because if we weren't good, if we weren't the best team in the NBA, these games would be a struggle. Some of these games would be a struggle. And we started out choppy. We started out not so hot. You know, the chemistry, players being new, not knowing each other, not knowing where to be on the floor and all that stuff. We started out a little bit choppy, and we lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are no slouch, by the way. Colin Sexton is averaging 26 points per game. They lead the league in assists. You know, that the Cavaliers are no slouch. And we lost them. But once we got it together, once we started rolling, the chemistry, the fluidity, the ball movement, all this stuff looks so good, and we're winning convincingly. If we weren't a good team, these games would be a struggle. You understand what I'm saying? Last year, these games would be a struggle. Every single game, it felt like last year, or the entire Brett Brown regime, felt like a struggle. Came down to the absolute wire. It didn't matter what team it was. We would go into double overtime with the Washington Wizards. We would go into double overtime with the Brooklyn Nets before they had KD and Kyrie when they were bad. And we're going to talk about them in a second because I still think they're bad. These games will be a struggle for us in those past couple of seasons. But this year, with a competent NBA coaching staff, actually an all-star NBA coaching staff, and the right spacing around Joel Embiid and shooters that are shooting a high percentage from 3 and everybody moving the ball and Ben Simmons assisting on a ridiculous amount of three-pointers, these games are not a struggle. So, yeah, we haven't played any good teams yet, but we're taking care of the bad teams with ease. I'm talking up 27 in the fourth and emptying our bench, which leads me to believe we have a great chance against any team in the NBA with this roster, the way it's constructed right now and the way the Sixers are playing right now. If I'm overreacting, tell me in the comments. I don't care. Woo! My name is DJ Eastwood. This is Run It Back. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the like button on this video. We almost got 1,000 likes on the last podcast episode. I want to get 1,000 likes. I think it's at 920. I want to get 1,000 likes on this video, so I'm going to give you 5 seconds to hit the like button. And don't forget to hit the dislike button if you're a fraud. 15 frauds on the last episode. Let's see if we can get a couple more frauds up in here. All right. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. We've been winning convincingly, and that tells me that this is a good team. All right. The story of this game was defense and rebounds. I wanted to have the score up here while I was talking. Stupid, unprepared podcast host, dummy. Defense and rebounds, but really everything. We led the Charlotte Hornets in absolutely every category except for free throw percentage, field goal percentage, three-pointer percentage, assists, rebounds, offensive rebounds, steals, blocks, and turnovers. All right, we beat them in assists with 34. We out-rebounded them 55-46. We had 14 offensive rebounds. You're not going to win a game giving up 14 offensive rebounds. We had 14 offensive rebounds in this game. We had 7 steals. We had 5 blocks. And what's even more exciting about this team is we only had 10 turnovers. After leading the league in turnovers for a century, it felt like, or the entire Brett Brown regime, we always had turnover issues, and people used to tell me it's not the coaching, it's the players. The players got to play. Coaches can only do so much. Nah, preparation, organization, effort, motivation, all of those things, that's literally what the coach is responsible for. Yes, the players are being paid a lot of money and the players have the talent, but those 4 things, preparation, motivation, I forget what other ones I said already, those things are what the coach is responsible for, and this team looks wildly different with a good coaching staff. It just does. So when I was screaming Brett Brown, when I was screaming fire Brett Brown all of those years, and people were coming at me, calling me an idiot, saying it's not the coach, it's not the coach, it's not the coach, what do you have to say about yourselves now? What do you got? What do you got? You got to give me something. What do you got? Tobias Harris continues. It's just, I don't know what else to say at this point. He looks like a totally different player. He looks lighter. He looks faster. He looks so much more just motivated. I don't know what happened. Maybe he saw a therapist, or maybe Doc Rivers is acting as his therapist, but Tobias Harris just looks like he has a clear head. He looks so confident in his game, and he's going to the rim hard. And that's one of the things that I love about his game, because the game of basketball works from inside out. Anybody that's played the game knows that. If you're struggling with your shot, get a couple easy buckets at the rim. Start going hard to the rim, and once you get some of those buckets, your outside shot will fall. It works inside out. You understand what I'm saying? Tobias Harris had the hammer in the last game. He had a couple nice takes in this game where he went strong to the rim. Couple of fast break opportunities where he looks like, aside from Ben Simmons, the fastest guy on the floor. I didn't see any of this in Tobias Harris the last 2 seasons. He looks entirely different. I was hoping Doc Rivers could do this. I didn't really know that he would actually do it to this extent. It's just crazy that players look a certain way in a certain system, and now the system's totally different. You got the spacing, you got the motion, and you got the action, and the players look so much better, so much more confident. Tobias Harris, it's not just his three-point shot, because in that Brett Brown system, it seemed like it was just a three-point shooting system, but there was no rhyme or reason or plan or creativity. It was just a bunch of guys standing on the perimeter passing the ball around, and whoever felt like shooting it would shoot it, whether it was Al Horford or Tobias Harris. Nobody was in rhythm. It was just bad. You know what I'm saying? This is so many screens are being set. Guys coming off double screens and pin downs. Tobias is just, there's so much motion on the floor, and Tobias gets the ball and can make a quick decision, and he either shoots it or he drives. He's getting such a variety of shots, little floaters in the lane all the way to the rim, getting step back jumpers. wide open threes. I mean, this is just, you know, do you think Tobias Harris is going to come back down? Let me know in the comments. If you're listening on a podcast, Apple Podcasts or Spotify, tweet me at IamDJ Eastwood. Do you think Tobias Harris is going to come back down to earth, or do you think this is who he truly is in a right system? Because the last time he played in Doc Rivers' system, he was a 21-point-per-game scorer, and he's looking like a 21-point-per-game scorer again. And it honestly looks easy. It looks like from the time the game starts, the easy buckets that he gets, it's looking like how could he not score 20 points in this game? He almost has 10 points every first quarter. You know what I'm saying? So Tobias Harris just looks amazing. I'm so excited for him. I'm so happy Doc Rivers is here to turn this thing around. This is just phenomenal. Joel Embiid only had 14 points, but he only played 25 minutes because he didn't really have to play more than that. The Charlotte Hornets were bringing the double team, the triple team, as they did last game, and it just doesn't work when you got this much space and this many shooters. Before, you know, when you had Al Horford on the floor and the floor wasn't spaced and Tobias Harris wasn't running the game that he's running right now, and you would try to they would double Joel Embiid, it was an easy triple team. It was an easy quadruple team, and he would turn the ball over a lot. There just wasn't the space. And now the space is there. The double team comes. Embiid makes a quick decision, and Doc Rivers said they work on it every single day. The whole centerpiece of this offense is giving the ball to Joel Embiid and getting one-on-one or having him make a quick pass out of a double team. That's the entire centerpiece of this offense. You know, and we don't have that James Harden. We don't have that 40-point scorer, that bucket getter that you would center a team around. But I think this is a successful system also, just like something like that, like how a Steph Curry, the whole team centered around him and he's expected to score 30 or 40 points, or the whole team centered around James Harden and he's expected to score 30 or 40 points. This whole team is centered around Joel Embiid, and he's expected to score points, but he's expected to get double-teamed and pass out of the double team to wide open three-point shooters who can knock down the shots. I don't think I said at the beginning of the season, we're a piece away from being a contender, but the more I watch this system and the way that it looks, I don't think we need anybody else. I really don't. I think you can run this whole thing through Joel Embiid and three-point shooters knock down shots, and it is what it is. And then Ben Simmons running the offense, transition offense, all that stuff, assisting on a ridiculous amount of wide-open three-pointers. Listen, I don't know, man. Like, I'm liking what this looks like. And I don't really think we need much more to contend with any team in this league. And I'm being dead serious. And you guys can let me know if you agree with that or disagree with that in the comments. Ben Simmons was aggressive in this game from the jump, going hard to the rim, not shying away, not hitting these little fadeaway hook shots and stuff like that. He was going all the way to the rim. And again, I don't think Brett Brown talked to him about this kind of stuff. I think Doc Rivers and the coaching staff definitely looks him straight in the face and says, Ben, nobody can stop you going to the rim like that. Nobody. You can get all the way to the rim. You're 6'10" and faster than everybody. You can get all the way to the rim. Nobody can stop you. And it looks like he had that mentality in this game. He took it to the rim hard and got blocked by Biyombo one play. And the very next play, he came right back at him and finished. And Biyombo did a 360 because Ben's just too quick, and he finished at the rim. So I'm loving the aggression from Ben Simmons. At this point, with the amount of shooters on the floor, I don't give a damn if he shoots a three-pointer. I know we all want him to be a scorer, but I really think the way that he's playing and the way Doc is using him and the amount of three-pointers he's assisting on, I haven't found that advanced stat yet, but when I find it, I'm telling you, this team is definitely, Ben Simmons is definitely going to lead the NBA in three-pointers assisted. It's not even going to be close if they keep this up. So I'm really happy about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, haters might, the kind of people that are in Sixers Nation Facebook group that don't actually watch games and they just get off work and check the score, and the first thing they look for is Ben Simmons points so they can hate on him, and they see 12 points. They might be angry when they see, oh, Ben Simmons scored 12 points. What a scrub. I'm sick of this guy. We need to trade him for James Harden. They didn't watch the game. They didn't watch how he impacted the game offensively, defensively, assisting on three-pointers. I mean, they don't. And as much as I want him to be a scorer, It's just looking like a system that's unstoppable, and I'm really happy about it. Danny Green was Danny Green. He dropped 13 points. A couple wide open threes, had a couple takes to the basket, played his game, played that hard-nosed, strong defense. Seth Curry, 11 points, 2 of 2 from three-point range. It's just looking like he's looking like a Curry boy. A wide open three for a Curry boy is a free throw, and Seth Curry is getting a lot of wide open threes. He is 6th in the league currently in three-point percentage at 54%, but realistically, he's 2nd because all the other players above him haven't shot the volume that he shoots, and those percentages will fall out of the top 5. Number 1 in the league right now is Alec Burks at 66%, averaging 21 points per game for the New York Knicks. I love Alec Burks. I knew he was a bucket getter. I wish we could have kept him on this squad, but it is what it is. I'm happy he got paid. He is leading the league in three-point percentage at 66% right now. That's not a realistic percentage. That'll come down. I honestly think as wide open as these shots are, Seth Curry will probably lead the NBA in three-point percentage when it's all said and done in the 2021 season. Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey can shoot now. Remember, he started 0 for 5 from 3. I was questioning, can this kid shoot? He shot 29% at Kentucky. I was a little bit nervous. And then he hit a 3 in the last game. And this game, he hit 2 of them. He went 2 for 3 from three-point range. One of them deep from the top of the key from Ben Simmons, and one in the corner later in the game, probably from Ben Simmons also, or maybe I think it was a swing from Shake Milton. I don't remember, but 2 for 3 from 3 for Tyrese Maxey. That's just phenomenal because if this kid can shoot the 3 with the other skill sets that he has as far as his speed, his ball handling, his ability to get to the rim faster than, oh my God, 99% of people I've ever seen in my life, this kid can be a triple threat combination, and a rookie at that. He doesn't play like a rookie at all. He's so controlled and so poised, and so he just looks so confident and so in control of himself and makes good decisions. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I can't wait to get my Maxey's Taxi t-shirt. Plug. He had the big steal and the throwdown. I didn't even know the kid could dunk. You know what I mean? I know he's 6'3", but he had the steal, the run out, goes off his right foot again. He loves doing that and throws down the fast break dunk. I had a tweet that said Tyrese Maxey is better than Markelle Fultz. So he's obviously what Markelle Fultz was supposed to be as a rookie. And Fultz can't shoot. His shot's broken. Tyrese Maxey's better than Markelle Fultz. Everybody was ranting and raving about Markelle Fultz averaging 18 points a game at the beginning of the season, but when you really break it down and look at it, he scored 21 and 26 on the Washington Wizards with Howell Neto guarding him. Okay, you throw those two games out, he scored 9, 11, 6. Markelle Fultz is still just Markelle Fultz. We got Tyrese Maxey now. We're looking ahead. I love Tyrese Maxey and Ben Simmons on the floor together. I said it a million times. Ben Simmons playing alongside Trey Burke last season. Brett Brown hated it. No idea why. Ben with a combo guard on the floor that can get buckets. That combination is so lethal. It should have been taken advantage of last year, and it was not. Actually, Trey Burke got cut from the team for being too good and then went and played in the playoffs and got a 3-year contract at Dallas Mavericks because Brett Brown is just a goofball. He's just he has no idea what he's doing, and that's why he's gone and he's not coaching an NBA team right now. Ben Simmons and Tyrese Maxey on the floor together, and Shake Milton. Ben surrounded by combo guards is a beautiful thing. It's hard to stop. It really is. That's all I got to say about this game. We blew out the Hornets. They had no answer for it. We were up by 27. We put our deep bench in the game, and that was that. And we're winning convincingly against these teams, and we should all be very happy about it. We're not worried about the Brooklyn Nets. Everybody said at the beginning of this season, oh, the Brooklyn Nets, we need one more piece because the Nets have Kyrie and Durant. The Nets have Kyrie and Durant, so we need another scorer or we're not going to be able to compete. But listen, you can't just throw 2 scorers on the floor and say, okay, Kyrie's going to score, Durant's going to score, and we're just going to score a lot of points, and we're going to beat everybody by scoring a lot of points. There's so much more to the game, like defense and rebounding and sharing the ball and all of those kinds of things. And I see a lot of chemistry issues already. with the Brooklyn Nets. I said it way before it happened. Right when they signed Kyrie and Kevin Durant, I laughed out loud. I said that's going to be a disaster. What makes you think those two dudes can get along? Seriously, if you know anything about those two players, what makes you think they can get along? I knew that was going to be a disaster. In the fourth quarter of the last, they just lost to the Washington Wizards by 1 point. And Kyrie Irving was yelling at Kevin Durant as he took the game-winning shot. Like, why didn't you give me the ball back? They're already fighting. Kevin Durant couldn't handle Draymond Green yelling at him. You think he's going to be able to handle Kyrie Irving? He might punch him in the face. Not scared of the Brooklyn Nets. I was excited for this Thursday because I wanted to beat the Brooklyn Nets so everyone could finally accept that this Sixers team is legit. And now Kevin Durant caught the COVID and has to be out that game. So, we should take care of the Brooklyn Nets without Kevin Durant. Kyrie might go off on us, Joe Harris is always lethal against us, always puts up numbers against us. Spencer Dinwiddie, you know what I mean? It's not going to be a walk in the park even without Durant. It's not going to be the Charlotte Hornets type of game. But I still think we should take care of that team because we got too many things going on, man. You can't stop Embiid one-on-one. Jared Allen can't stop Embiid. You can double team him. He's going to kick it out to wide open three-point shooters. This is looking like a system that's hard to stop. And I'm not worried about the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not. All the trade Ben for James Harden people. The Rockets are 3-4. The Nets are 3-4. The Rockets just lost to the Mavs last night. James Harden dropped 37 points, but he was a minus 26 because he doesn't play any defense and he doesn't move the ball. All you guys do is stare at points per game. That's all you do. You say Ben scored 12 and James scored 37. We need James Harden. We're 6-1, and the Rockets are 3-4. What else is there to talk about? Like Doc Rivers said, I'll let you guys talk about that. We'll continue to focus on winning games. And we are. The main story of the Sixers so far this season is the defense. I'm just so impressed with the defense, and it isn't talked about enough. Brett Brown's system was so bad. The pick-and-roll defense was so bad. They were supposed to be a bully ball defensive powerhouse just because they had two centers on the floor. It was the dumbest idea ever. It backfired completely. And now the defense is just looking incredible. We rotate quick. We have a lot of perimeter defenders. Danny Green, Ben Simmons. We throw Matisse Thybulle on the floor. Shake Milton's playing hard defense. Tyrese Maxey looks like a decent defender. Seth Curry's out here playing defense. Defense and rebounding. We currently lead the league in blocks per game, and we currently lead the league in total rebounds. I mean, defense wins championships, does it not? That's why I made that comparison to that 2004 Pistons team. Some people said that was a stupid comparison, but they were a defensive juggernaut, and they shared the ball, and they just got open shots, and every single player on the floor could score in double digits. And the way this Sixers team is looking right now, every single player on the floor can score in double digits. We don't have to have one guy shooting the ball 35 times, and we can play lockdown defense. I think this team is legit. I think this is a winning formula. There's lots of motion and screens on the offensive end. There's shooters around Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. We're playing great defense. We have a strong bench. We have the best backup center in the league. Dwight Howard comes out here, gives us a ridiculous amount of energy off the bench. We got Tyrese Maxey and Shake Milton coming off the bench. I mean, scorers and ball handlers, and it's just, it looks so balanced. It looks so good. I don't know, man. Like, I really think this team is legit. You guys let me know if you think this team is legit, or have we just not played anybody good yet? But we're winning convincing fashion, and I'm absolutely loving it. That's all I got for you guys, man. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the like button on this video. Help me rank up on YouTube. My name is DJ Eastwood. This is Run It Back Philly. Until next time. Peace.